Good morning. I greet you with peace and I greet you with love. It's a very special day here today. The beginning of a new week. It was so nice going through the weekend and with a full moon, with all the rituals and the prayers. Every full moon, I always give myself a task, because when it's full moon, two things you can always profit from it. Simone. Two things you can always profit from it. Well, one of the first thing is to let go. Is to let go of all those things and energies you don't want. Because that's the job of the moon. The moon comes to suck away those toxic energy. So it's very wise to always perform every monthly full moon rituals. Yeah. Always engage yourself with these things. It is important because you are a ghost on a ride. You're not just a human being. So when you always observe like your full moon rituals and all that, it makes you become one with the planet Earth, with the Mother Earth herself. Because you are like a living organism inside this big conscious being known as Earth. So it is deeper than just jumping, running to a job, coming back, sleep, wake up, eat. Life is deeper than that. If that is all life is all about, then you are not supposed to be here. But the soul food for this morning is spirits. What is spirits? I just woke up and I felt like sharing this with you. What is a spirit? You have so many religion, so many theories explaining. I need your WhatsApp number. Let's talk voice to voice. Okay. The way I talk with people, you have to book appointments, because that's problem a lot of people have. They think they have my number now, we can just talk. I'm always very busy. So I will send you my WhatsApp number, but we must have an appointment that we can talk. Because I cannot just always talk. So many people want to talk, so everything must be organized. Good morning, Blessing. Nice to see you. I can see you. It's so nice. So what is a spirit? Regardless what your religion have told you spirit is all about, regardless what your culture or everything you know, regardless what they have interpreted to you already, that is what spirit is. I'm asking you your own personal definition. What is a spirit? What is that energy? are known as spirits. Before you really understand what spirit is, you must first understand the different layers of the things that made up you. Who is this you? You are a consciousness, a living soul that lives forever. And this consciousness, it don't have no shape. She don't have no gender. This consciousness is just simply being, and being among everything that keeps everything in existence. So if there is a God, this consciousness I'm explaining to you now is a particle and the pieces of God. Grand rising, Imam. Nice to see you. Your face is familiar, but I think your name is different. Good morning, Queens and Kings. Good morning, everybody. Like I was saying, if there is a God, you are a particle and a pieces and a parts of this thing, this energy that we all call God, which means that your genderless and selfless soul now, she have different roles and different things to play. And she has been in existence since the beginning of existence itself. Which means you started with everything. Which means you started with everything. So this your soul now is like a wave. Millions and hundreds of thousand years has passed. This your soul is still floating and traveling throughout the universe. So wherever she reach, in this case planet Earth, you are now, wherever she reach, she will put her energy now into and tap into the already existent energy that governs that place. In this place, I'm talking about the consciousness of the earth herself. So your soul now tap into this consciousness. So as your soul tap into this consciousness, now your father and your mother was making love. As your father and your mother is making love, because of the mission of your soul, it's like a perfect program that is designed to do a specific function. So because of the sacred mission of your soul now, then when your father and your mother is making love, their DNA, that union, because making of love is creation. That's why sex is a ritual. Making of love opens portals, opens a lot of things. That's why she arose anyway. So that process right there in spiritual realm, it creates a kind of a door. This door now, You have similar souls like you who have similar mission. So when that door is open, it's not a door that open and it's like a race, everybody have to run there. No, the door absorb. That's why a man don't make a woman pregnant. A man only activates a woman and help her to get herself pregnant. But many men don't know these things. She carried those eggs already right from when she was in her own grandmother's womb. What you mean by she was in her own grandmother's womb? Yes, a woman, when you are pregnant and she's a girl, that your baby girl that is still in your womb is already carrying the eggs of her children that she's going to have. That's how we call woman girl. She's the most mystical being on this planet. So since we don't see God, she's what we see, so she's our God. Because she's so adorable. But I'm taking you somewhere. That portal right there is absorbing. And when absorbing, so many like-minded souls that have the same mission, it's like kind of a race at the same time without force. So that portal right there, these different souls start coming. But what you must understand is, wow, this is so incredible. That soul right there that is coming out to that door that is just open now based on your mother and your father is making love. That soul right there is specifically designed to come through that soul tribe of that your father and your mother right now. So it's designed to come through that soul tribe right there, through that soul group right there, which means if your mission is to come through, let me use Ogunamen family as an example, you can never make mistake and go and come through Barack Obama family. It don't work like that. No. That mission, which your soul right there is designed for. So everything she needs to manifest that mission is all that attracts her. It's all that pulls her. It's all that call her. That's why you are not a mistake. Those your parents, no matter what they are doing, just forgive them because you choose them purposely, specifically. So that did not just happen. It did not just happen. You wanted it. That is very important for you to know. Very, very important. But it does not stop there. As that door is absorbing and pulling those energy, when I say energy, no, I'm still talking about the same thing. When it now gets to that door itself, when the souls, listen very good, when the souls that get now to that door, when they have similar and two similar mission, good morning, it's a sabo here. That's where you have now twins. That's where you can have now triplets and many more. But most of the cases, the one that is more common is always one. So that one now, the soul don't go into that womb. Because don't forget, this is a portal. And the portal is the sacred gate now is that vagina. The womb now is that sacred palace and place now where they can nurture and build the body, like the sacred factory where you work and create the body. So what the soul do is this. From that portal right there, the soul leave our energy to go and ring the bell. Ringing the bell is like placing an order. Just like you drive to McDonald's room, from the driving part. It's not really a good example, but just take it. You drive to the McDonald's on the driving side and you make your order. You have made now your order. They go now to the kitchen and they start making your burgers or whatever you just order. So you are not going to the kitchen. You are not going to their fridge. Most times you don't even know how their fridge look like. But you just trust them because you can feel their energy, or you know about them, or you trust them. So now they made you your burger. When it's ready, they'll bring for you. That bringing for you now is what we now call delivery. That 9 months you spent, that your body spent now inside your mother's womb, that 9 months is the process of processing that your body, in this case, which will later become now your new house. Because you are a ghost on a ride, so your body's like your shelter. You are not all of these meats. You see, this meat you see is the shield that covers something and that stands with something. So it's like in the middle of two things. So from that moment right now, which you are now born, that's why you always see the wait for the child to cry. That moment the child cry, that's when the soul comes down. That first breath, that's when that soul now come down. Souls don't stay in the womb. Yes, you don't know. Souls don't stay in the womb. Sometimes you are producing their body, they are busy doing other work that needs to be done first. Because why? During that birth process, a lot of things happen. During that birth process, during you coming down now, if you are not careful, you can risk a lot of things. And one of the things you can risk is losing the memories of your journey as a soul. Do you know how many old souls today who have absolutely no memory left of their past old lives? So many old souls like that today. Yeah, but doesn't end there, because we are tracking your spirit. Don't forget why we're here. Okay, now that your body now is in existence, your soul now becomes like the sun, and that body now becomes now like a moon that is attracting the light of that your soul to shine, because the moon don't have our own light. But the point is this is very important. That body right now that is growing there, there is a lot of things that come with that body that cannot fully manifest in that physical self. Why? There is too many energy coming from the sun, in this case your soul. There's too many above where I am above here. Please send me that video. I'm still waiting for it. That video IPOB people was taking down. I was happy you said you download it. Please send it. I have to upload it on YouTube. The people must be exposed to truth, and one group of people should not be the one deciding who will hear it or not. Okay, thank you. This is it. That body right now is receiving a very high tensional signal right now from this sun, and it's too strong for her. So what happened now is there is now emotion, there is now thoughts, there is now anxiety, there is now feelings, there is different parts of that yourself which you're observing now that cannot show as a organ in the body or as a property. For example, your kidney. Your kidney is a living deity of our own. Your liver. Your liver is a living deity of our own. Your pancreas. That is a sacred place. Your womb. Wow, that's the holy temple. Your lungs. Oh, that is your tree of your life. So every organ in your body, including your skin, you are a God, because everything is so sacred and so divine. So the emotions, the thoughts, the feelings they don't have now like an organ you can touch and say, this is my emotion, this is my feeling, this is my anxiety. There's no space anymore because the largest organ, which is the skin, has already covered everything. That is what now creates now your astral self. What is that astral self? So those emotions, those thoughts, those feelings, those love, those things now that you carry within your heart that you are receiving now from the sun, it will now make you now have another self, which I can call astral self, but I always use the word energy because of my understanding. I always like to use energy because at the end, emotion is just an energy and a frequency of vibration. That's why I always say emotion is not enough. But no problem, let's follow this emotion because this is the stream of your life now. Okay, now those emotions and things that could not take a shape like I just explained, they have now take a structure. And that structure now is what they tell you now as a spirit. So it now becomes a astral self of you that is existing. So as you look now, the spirit now becomes that which dilutes that high voltage energy. And don't forget, before now it was just from the sun direct to you. It was just from the soul. When you hear sun, no soul, because sun is the mother of all souls. And the sun, what we call sun is a star. We are star beings. We are star beings. Yeah, some of us coming from ancient stars. We all have different stories, but we are all star beings. Yes. So whenever you hear the word soul, know that they're talking about sun. It's the same thing. That's why all of them, they are worshiping sun. Sun is their God. But they are hiding it. No problem. Okay. That energy now that is coming out directly. Imagine your soul is tapping into the infinite source itself. So your soul now is transmitting. Your spirit now becomes like that stabilizer. Now becomes now like a stabilizer, and your body now becomes like the bottom that balance all this energy. So normally the goal is to have perfect harmony and peace within your soul, your spirit, and your body, so they become one. Why is it so? If your thought and emotion is what create that higher self known as spirit now, then ask yourself, what are the things you think about? What are the things you like? What are the things that draw your attention? What are the things that carries your heart? What are the things that pulls you to them? Because that is the shape of your spirit now. Some people you see today, they are bad. It is their mind. There are some people now, Maybe you just have quarrel with them today. The next thing before you sleep, you start seeing them. Some of people will start calling them witch. They are not witch. They are not witch. Maybe his spirit was offended. Because you don't fuck with our spirits. Our spirits are different. Same way our minds are different. There are people you quarrel with. As soon as you leave that moment, they forget already. They don't even think about that quarrel. But some people don't forget. It stays in their heart. It disturbs them. They have sleepless nights. Some cannot eat. They'll starve themselves. Don't forget, the more you starve yourself, the more your spirit is becoming so vibrational. That's why you have a lot of religious people always putting their members on fasting. It's a very good ritual. It's a good ritual to activate your spirit. So, the more now that spirit now keep absorbing those energy from the soul, the perfect work is to have a harmony with it, so you can now, this is the advantage you're listening, so you can now be playing your physical role, doing your own life purpose, while your own spirits will also be playing an astral role in the other realm, in the other dimension, to also work in conjunction with you, in agreement with you, to also fulfill the same your life purpose. That's why intimacy with self becomes important, because that is the only way you can really make all this happen. This is important because why? If things you have in your head now are junks, for example, then your spirit don't have option. Your spirit is just what you feed her. That's why commentation is so good. Your spirit is just what you feed her. She will take. She don't judge you. She don't quarrel with you. Your soul might not be happy with it, but your spirit is very, how can I describe her? Your spirit is like that cute little girl who love you no matter what you do. Yeah, she just love you. She's ready to do it even with you, including even if it's a suicide. Yeah, she will enjoy killing herself with you also. Exactly. That's how your spirit are. So your spirit absorb those energy and take the shape of those energy. This is why I always advise people to avoid charms, because what they don't teach you, what those papalava people will not tell you when they give you charm is, it is your spirit that are poisoning. It's not really you. But you don't know so many things, so you will not understand. But that area is very complex. Let me just focus on what I'm about to share with you. So that's position right now where you always feed your mind junks, where you always feed yourself toxic energies. That position right there will not cut the link between you and that son and that soul. And then what will not happen is you will not be existing, but without a slight connection and attachment to that purpose. And that purpose was the only reason why you are here. Normally you are not supposed to be here. So your soul purpose is very important. And when you become disconnected from that now, that's where you now see people always praying, I want this, I want this, I want this. Because now they don't know what they need. They just only know what they want. There's difference between needs and wants. It's two different type of prayers. So the point right now I want to share with you before I close it is pay attention to nurture your mind with things that work together with your spirit and connect you more with your soul. Observe more your true nature to know your own nature. And when we talk about your own nature, my spirit fights for me a lot when people hurt me. I don't retaliate, but my spirit does every time. That is so good. Keep it up. Keep it up. There are different types of spirits. That's a separate discussion. But the point I didn't want to show you is keep nurturing that yourself. Positive things that will uplift your spirits. When we say nurturing, it includes the things you drink, the things you eat, the way you think, the knowledge you feed yourself. These things are very important because why? This is the most beautiful part anyway. Your spirit, your body, and your soul is in a kind of a relationship together. And for it to work, you have to build that intimacy, understanding how you feel, why you feel that way, and why you should accept it. Because you do have so many people fighting themselves. They hate themselves because they don't know why they like this thing. Stop hating yourself and keep liking the thing. And then maybe you will not later understand why you even start liking the thing. So we are a bit conditioned by the society that this is how things should be. But you have to know that you are not a robot. We all cannot function exactly the same way. Imagine now, this is 8:28 in the morning on Monday. I'm teaching you about spirits. Somebody will say, hey, this is Monday morning, get up, go to work. We can't function the same way. I have my own functioning code. Maybe when you are sitting in your house sleeping, me, I will be working. Maybe I don't even have to work. So you have to know all these different things. Because if you just think, this is how my society is and this is how things must be, then you will always be confused. Then you will always not know how or why things are the way they are. But that was just one example. There's something I want to show you before I end it this morning. And one of the things I want to show you is that your constant intimacy now you build with that yourself, your inner self. In this case, what we say inner self, we're talking about that your spirit and higher self. So that intimacy now is what will draw you more and more closer to your own truths. It's what will draw you more and more deeper to your own reality. It's what will pull you more and more closer by really tapping deep into your true essence. Don't discuss about your true essence with people who don't know anything. They will confuse you. They will make you start thinking something is wrong with you. If you don't have any trusted person you can discuss it with, just don't discuss it. Keep observing. Keep observing because why? You can't be like every other person. You are different. You are unique. And because you are different and unique, that is exactly why you have to be yourself. That is exactly why you have to focus on you. That is exactly why you have to observe you and know you. Do your own shadow work. Be exposed to your own shadow self. Why is all this very important? Your soul have her own nature. The things that made this one laugh might not be what makes the other man laugh. The things that makes you happy might not be what makes the other man happy. So you have to understand how all these things function. You have to understand how everybody's different. And then be you and do you. That process right there is what activates the real you. It's what connects you now with the real you. It's what connects you now with that your higher self that will now expose you now to the infinite you. But if you always rebel against yourself, if you always sabotage yourself, if you always condemn yourself, if you always see yourself as nothing, if you always want to be like everybody else, then it will be difficult and painful, very painful. Your soul will become more far from you. You'll be tired of life. You will not even know why you're here. You will start having eternal frustration. You will start detaching from everything you know as life. Your spirit will start becoming dark. Because why? All you are most likely to think about is negative energy. And because your spirit don't care, she's not interested, your spirit will just take whatever you bring and absorb now those your negative energies and become now dark energies. That's why in Africa today we have so many dark energies. Because a lot of people were suppressed. Their true nature was caged. They were never being exposed to their real self. So all they feed their mind now is junk. And all the shape their spirit have taken now is the shape of the junks in their mind. So that's why love is very difficult in our society. We must be free. This is what I'm trying to tell my fellow traditionalists. I'm not attacking your culture. I'm not attacking your tradition. I understand now energy, and there are some things now, the same your ancestors who started it 1,000 years ago. There are some things now that I know now. If your ancestors also know it now, it will also change his mind. But we are also that same ancestors, so don't worry. We are still the one that is still going to change it because we started it. Although that point becomes too big for some people, for some traditionalists, because they believe they are worshipping ancestors. We don't worship ancestors. We are the ancestors. So there is nothing to worship. So just worship your head. You are the living deity. Every other one is a myth and story. You are the deity. You are the God. Yeah, but that is an individual thing. Yeah, that's what I want to share with you this morning. Your spirit needs to be nurtured. See your spirit as a child. See your spirit as your new girlfriend or your new wife. See your spirit as something you have to build and grow. And the first step in building your spirit is knowing your spirit. Knowing your spirit. And the easiest way to know your spirit is like that. Simply being. Being. Some people will like, what's Ogunamen saying? Just be. Just be. Observe your moments. Observe your presence. Feel that water inside of you settle down. Of course, the mind will come and make voices of agape. Those are your egos. is illusionista, so don't listen, don't pay attention. Just be present. The more you do that, the more you start feeling the presence of your spirits around you. If you cannot have silence, then just forget about spirituality. You need deep silence of your mind. Deep silence of your hearts. Express this emotion. Because when you tap deep into your silence, like me, I just cry when you tap deep into your silence, there is a lot of stuck emotions you have to explore. Then you let it go. You surrender, don't fight it. You surrender. You let it go. You accept. Acceptance is the key. When you accept, then you have the jackpot. Always flirt around with your own spirit. Tease her, play with her. Then you will now observe what you like. Then keep doing more of that which you like. Then you will now be graduating, until a point where other parts of your body start activating. But they lied to you when they told you can just breathe with your nose. There's so many parts of your body you can breathe with. They lied to you when they say you can just see with just your eyes. There's so many eyes around you. So there are so many things about you that need to be activated. That's where we end it for now, yeah. Just wanted to share with you what is the spirit, and that is done already. Your spirit is unique. It cannot be like that of another. It can just be you. Yes, it can just be yours. That's what's your spirit. I wish you a nice day ahead. I wish you a beautiful week ahead. I send you peace and I send you love. I pray for you that you are able to build intimacy with your spirits. Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye for now. And thank you this morning.